Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a new live stream. It's been a while since I streamed, but I'm better now. I was sick for quite some time actually. It wasn't good, but I'm almost back to being sort of healthy. So today I want to continue with one of the paintings that I did the last time we streamed. We can open the one quickly. So I had these 4 paintings, and I thought, you know what? It's not really. Well, the time is just too short to work on all of them at the same time during a live stream and actually getting a sort of a decent result in the time period. For instance, if I work for 2 hours on these, that's like 40 minutes each, right? Am I correct? No. 30 minutes each. So that's of course. That's half an hour each, and well, that's just, of course, for a really rough painting, it can be enough, but for the somewhat more detailed phase, it's just not enough. So I decided, you know what, let's pick one of these. And initially, I wanted to pick one of the other 3 because I thought this one was the weakest of the ones that I created. But in the end, I think that's why I chose this one. I thought, you know what, if this is the weakest one, no, let's not delete that. Let's try and continue with the weakest painting to make it stronger, make it better. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's select a decent brush here. I think I will want to work with a little bit of texture, although this is quite a small brush. But that's good. I enlarged the canvas, so it's it originally was 4,000 pixels wide. Well, the original canvas was 8,000 pixels wide, so this one was 4,000. And I enlarged it to 6,000 pixels. So yeah, today is all gonna be about cleaning this up and filling in details, and I'm gonna probably throw in some textures as well, some lights and stuff like that, just to make it come alive a little bit more. So I think we can do a lot with this painting if we spend some time with it. I lost my brush there. That's the problem with working with such a small brush and these colors. Sometimes the brush gets lost. I'm at 100% opacity. That's a little bit too much. I'd like to work with. I like to work with 80. That's sort of my my go-to opacity. So let's sort of build some antennas and things like that. We might throw in some photo stuff with antennas and things like that later, so we have some extra detail. I think we can paint it as well. Really matter. But having some textures is probably a good idea. So yeah, it's been a while since I streamed, and some oh, I painted. I did some painting. I'm working on a video right now, and that's definitely, I want to do more again. I want to do more videos for you guys, and sort of work on the editing of the videos, make the videos a little bit shorter, but with sort of the same amount of information in them. So hopefully they will be more interesting to watch. So that's the goal. So that's coming. I think next week. The planning is coming with a video every. I think I want to do a video every 2 weeks and maybe live stream every 2 weeks. So 1 week I will spend the week working on the video, and the next week I will spend it mainly on streaming, something like that. As you probably know, I haven't really figured out a good schedule yet, and that might take a while. The thing is, yeah, I just have to work it out. Now onto the painting. I think I want to start throwing in some textures, some lights quite early on, because we want to integrate them into the painting. And the earlier we do it, the better that goes. I think I also want to work on this section a little bit. We may work on the I don't know. So all these industrial things are quite interesting. Wish it would switch back to the newly opened image. I understand why it does that, but I think we're gonna use this for lights. Yes. Just gonna open a couple of these so we have them already in Photoshop. I don't have to browse it anymore. This could be nice as well. I think we can actually use something of this carpet, of all these things in the buildings probably. Do I want some sky thingy mountains? Probably. I don't really think the sky is that great. We may. Let's open this one. We also probably want to look into changing the colors slightly. So that might be useful. Stained glass, not really. I'd like to, yeah, there we go. Some more industrial stuff. We may add sort of a city surrounding these buildings, so these are actually huge. That would be kind of cool. What if you flip this? You can see the image is really tilted to the right or to the left. I don't know. Depends on how we turn the canvas. It's almost sliding off. We can either change that by changing this, which could work. Or we could just keep it and make sure that we have something. This building might need a little bit to the left. It's really strange. YouTube says that it isn't receiving enough data for a good stream, but OBS says everything is fine. I'm wondering which one is right though. I have 68 dropped frames in 10 minutes of streaming, so that's not that much. Alright, there is some dropped frames, but well, we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can just stream. If not, then we'd have to figure something out. Alright, enough talking. So if you're watching, can you please Now YouTube says it's fine, but I don't trust YouTube. For some reason, I trust OBS more. OBS dictates the output, and if OBS says it's fine, I guess it's fine. Do I need any more pictures? Probably not. Let's try to use some of this in this. Do I want to go with the city ID? Probably do. So if I really want to do that, I'd probably have to find something. But let's work on the buildings first. Let's grab a bit of this. I don't know. I think we can use the lights as well. I don't know how this photo is shot, but the ISO set to 100,000 or something. The quality isn't that great, but we don't really care. We just want to try and use this for instance, for detail. Soft light might be good if we want to keep things a little bit darker side. I think I'm gonna get rid of this bit though. Just delete it, and I think I wanna erase with a softer brush. Yeah, there we go. Probably can use this one as well. Let's just grab the entire bit here. We don't really need trees. Can adjust the perspective if you want to. Better. Let's see what we have here. I like the color of the blue. The rest, of course, is way too dark. Probably something with the soft light again. I think I'm gonna actually keep the silos back there. So yeah, I think this is actually quite good. And I'm gonna get rid of this. And grab the soft brush for some mixing. I think we want to keep the bluish skies. And we probably don't want this to be too, but we can paint over that to make it better. And I think we can use this same building. I really like this one for front here. Soft light. Opacity way down. And there we go. Some extra detail. I think I'm gonna Google city. Kind of wanna have a bunch of buildings sort of try to quickly paint those. Let's go in and paint stuff. Let's grab a bigger brush. Start painting. So we can blend these things together, and I think I want more texture in it. Good. So very flat. I kind of want to have this brush but bigger. Maybe I should create that one point. Probably creating straight lines here. And we probably need some textures down here as well. But make it look even better. Or more uniform, probably is the better word. Sort of a landing pad. This is gonna be, I don't know, some sort of spaceship, airship thingy. This is probably a control tower. I don't know. I think we can keep this as a, I don't know, maybe a new construction site or something. It's fairly light. I want that. I think I want to bring a little bit more color into it. Bit colorless right now. Monochromatic, which make things a little bit easier, but it's not necessarily something. Yeah, sometimes monochromatic can. We have to change the color of this thing. It's no longer grass and stuff like that. That's behind here. It's a massive silo, so yeah, let's make just silos. It could be anything. Normally it's like cement or feed for animals. We could maybe repurpose them to missile silos or something like that. Part of the defense system of this society. Or we could just transform them into buildings. That's also a possibility. probably want to connect them to this connection and some more. So yeah. I think in terms of I think it's getting a little bit more interesting. I don't really like the blue anymore. I could delete those. I think I'm gonna use more of this thing here for my buildings. Grab these. Chimneys looking out. Yeah, we probably have something. Yes. And then put it at soft light. And somehow integrate it into this whole painting. Trying to find sort of the right perspective. It's definitely something we should keep in mind for later. Perspective, right? I think I want this to be maybe a little bit of glassy structure. And it's more well, maybe this is an air, sort of a terminal for the airport, something like that. But it's a little bit. So now it's more about using in the things that we sort of brought in, making that into painting. I think I don't really need to bring in that much more. Maybe for down here a little bit. I think I want to brighten this area up a bit. Maybe that's a little bit much, but not sure yet. I think up top here that's okay. what about blue? There's some antennas there. Yes. In the end, I think this is gonna end up fairly different from what we sort of initially set out to do. But on the other hand, not so different. It sort of matches my initial idea better than what I had first. I think we can merge those layers. So yeah, this is the start. Yeah, I think that's better. We probably can add a little bit of atmospheric fog and things like that. Let's try to do that right now. Maybe tone down this green a little bit, make it a little bit more yellowy. And probably one silos. Behind this building, or the silos are behind this building, so we think we make them slightly lighter. And the same goes for things back here. Can be fairly rough with the lasso tool here. Could use the magnetic lasso. But so the overall vibe and atmosphere already changes with this. So do the values. I think the values get better by using it. Not sure if I want to. This original line drawing, we don't need that anymore. Not sure if the values there's one thing I want to change this perspective, but if I want this to be this, I kind of like the orange yellowy tone, but I think I'm gonna tone it down slightly. Yeah, then it's a lot better, I think. So yeah, so far I'm actually quite happy with the results so far. I think we need something down there as well. Let's see, what else do we have? We have this cockpit. Can we use anything from that? Probably later in the smaller details on the buildings. Not for now though. Want something here. So let's grab this. Get over. And let's see. Just stretch it, slap it down. We're gonna put it under the layer of paint. Soft light, probably. I think the perspectives should be somewhere around here. Yeah. This, so we're gonna use that. And maybe turn down the opacity a little bit. Too much. erase some of the stuff, all of it, and then we're gonna use the brush. Start looking out here because now it's a mess. I think I want this color to here. So we want to get rid of this. Why am I? Is it a visual glitch, or I had that before when I? Yeah, I think it's a visual bug. Look, when I zoom out, there is sort of this strange highlight around my brush, but everything is set to normal here. Here as well, brush is normal. I might have to restart Photoshop for that. Huh. For a second I thought it'd be gone, but still there. It's really frustrating because in reality the pixels aren't there, but just to some bug it shows the pixels being there, and that really messes up your head because they aren't supposed to be there. They aren't, but you see them. So in a way they are, but if you zoom out or zoom in, you realize there's nothing there. Might have to do just with this version of Photoshop. It's so old, it's no longer supported, I guess. So I think I have to switch to the Creative Cloud sooner than later. It does the same here. It's really annoying. I don't really want to restart Photoshop. It could be just a brush. Maybe if I select another brush. But if I select this brush, what happens when I got you? I think I like the vegetation here, sort of rolling up those silos. Zoom out a little bit further. I think it doesn't do it for this one, no. See? Silly Photoshop. Line might be a little bit too much. I think we're gonna make it like that. It's better. Perspective. And the horizon is somewhere low. That's still quite a mess, but it's a really interesting mess which we can use to create interesting stuff, I guess. Yeah, I really like that. Really like to create cool and interesting stuff from a mess like this. And it adds a lot of suggestion of detail without there actually being too much detail. Ah, it does it for this one as well. Getting crazy. I'm gonna save it and I'm just gonna restart Photoshop because it's. Oh, I don't want to save that. It's making me crazy. It's driving me crazy, I should say. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the original rough paintings that I did. I need that one. It still does it. Why? Why are you doing this to me, Photoshop? I think if I merge all the layers, it's gone. Or if I start a new layer. Can we merge these? What if I merge this like that? Then that doesn't work, because now we don't have the desired. This looks actually really cool. Wow. It really does, for some reason. Wow. Is this a happy accident, or? This is not what I intended. This is... It looks quite interesting. But we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna go with it. Um... I just have to merge everything visibly. There we go. And I think it's gone now. Yes, it's gone. Create a new layer and start to paint. Let's hope that, that it's gone forever. Problem is I cannot really shift layers now anymore, but that's okay. We don't really need this anyway. We don't need this. We don't need them. We can do without. Kind of want to make this like a living space as well. I feel that there should be something on this corner, but I'm not sure what yet. So there might be something in the future. How long have I been streaming for actually? 40 minutes. Well, we have some time left. It's cool. I still need to figure out what to do with sort of the environment here. Kind of want to make it populated with buildings, things like that. Is a tree or a lamp post or image? I don't know. To get rid of it. I think I'm gonna turn these into sort of generic, more generic buildings instead of the silos. Makes it feel a little bit more populated. Area a little bit more populated. So that these buildings are not the only buildings here, that there is more to it. Maybe we can go a little bit higher with this one. Get more interesting. Something like that. We can add some lights later. I mean, mirror effects, stuff. All that cool, interesting. Can look fun, interesting. I think we need antennas and that stuff on here. Some lighter areas. And we could probably add some darker stuff too. Sure what to do with this. Probably add some dark. There we go. The overhang. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna clean this one up. I think in the end it's still gonna be fairly messy. We probably need some road of some sort because, I mean, come on, it'll have to be reachable. I really don't like this corner is just off. I don't like it. I think I'm gonna add some small stuff here in front of this. Maybe I will just sort of, yeah, that's probably better. Just leave it like that and that. Probably better. This here is still quite messy, so let's try to organize this mess a little bit better. Probably should just use lasso tool like that. Better. Something like that. Thingy back here, darker. Do I? Yeah, probably like that. Readiness for road like this. It's all starting to get quite interesting, I think, compared to where we came from. How long have I been streaming? 45 minutes. I think I'm gonna stream for another 45 minutes, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So I'm gonna go on a short break, grab myself a coffee, and I will be back in like 1 or 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And I am back. Thank you for waiting. Let's get rid of the break screen because I'm not in a break anymore. And yeah, I say let's continue. I think the perspective is a little bit off on the building on the front, but I'm too lazy to fix it. I probably should. Let's try and do that. So let's grab the lasso tool and try to select just this this part building and copy it. I feel that this middle part, this part is wrong. I think the top is actually probably quite right. I think this maybe slightly off, but not too bad. But I feel that this part is going sloping down way too much. This This has to go down. So let's get new selection. We think we're better off using the lasso tools. So let's quickly select this whole thingy, and I don't know, that up. I think that makes it a lot better. Also with the area going back here, I think that's a lot better in line now. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it like this. I think this is fairly okay. Not perfect, but not really going after perfect today. So we can check this quite easily. So this is how we had it, and this is how we have it now. Yeah, I think that's a big improvement. I don't need. What's the key for routers? It's Control R. All right, let's see what we can add. I think I want sort of a vehicle here, which is sort of transferring goods. Maybe we can. I don't know. I feel there has to be something. But how do we want that? So if it's like, let's sort of make it a box first. So only need the outline of the box. It's about this, right? But do we make it dark or do we make it bright? I don't know yet. I think there has to be some sort of a vehicle. I think I'm gonna get rid of this this landscape here. I think I'm gonna go with another road coming in. So this is a crossroad. Why did I copy it? Gonna keep that for now. Maybe we'll throw it away later. I don't know. And then I don't know how can I get rid of this quickly. Something like that. Go. We know. Take a brush, slap stuff on here. I don't know, maybe some other industrial stuff here. Who knows? This probably has to be some sort of a. Let's quickly fill in some background. Worry about this color. Something like that. And then we can go like, you know, but there are more here. City. It's on the like that. There we go. And then I think the city ID better fade. Exactly how you say that. It's coming through a lot better. So, and then just sort of integrate this with this stuff here. So let's just color it and add the details later. Probably. So yeah, things are getting there. Let's try to add some texture to that. I think I'm going back to my trusted thingy. It's helped me a lot. Happy with it. So let's put it over there. Just stretch it a little bit. Set the layer to soft light. Opacity. Could try for screen this time. No. It's too light. Yeah, let's go with soft light, or maybe even no. I think soft light is definitely the best bet. Soft light set. And gonna say, you know what? The new layer we're gonna integrate it. I'm not sure if we're gonna finish this today. I don't think so. So we'll either work on it a little bit more on Monday, or I will finish it in my spare time. But I think I want to do another stream. I just wanted to get it to the next level with it. Yeah, I think I want to take another hour and a half or 2 hours at it, and then we can probably call it a day. So yeah, I think on Monday we will continue working on this one, and the rest of next week I will work on the video I'm planning doing, and then that will come out the Monday after that, I think. Hopefully. So that's gonna be 5th out of the top of my head. Yeah, I think on the 25th we're gonna have a new video. And of course, once this is finished, we will also make a time lapse of this, which might already happen next week. So, but on a new video, I'm gonna try to do some new stuff in terms, not necessarily new stuff in painting, but new stuff in terms of editing and things like that, just to make it hopefully a little bit more interesting. think it's a little bit too dark. So I'm gonna go and grab this big brush and then touch it. Brush lightly. Go. So yeah, I like where this is going. Still loads of details to add and things to do, but so far I think it's a really enjoyable painting. Enjoyable process. I think I want to be a little bit braver with the colors here. So we're gonna add some reds in there. Just to make it a little bit more interesting. I think I'm just gonna use the lasso tool for like that. Just such a powerful tool to get nice clean edges. Of course you can get clean edges with the brush as well, but it just takes a lot more time. I think I want to have something like that. Yes. Go and then next to it. Like that. And add some detail to it. Just do it. It's at 50, that's not good. To be at this. I think the building can use a lot more antennas. It'll look more high tech. And dishes, things like that. We probably should also work on this little building here. Been a little bit forgotten since we added textures to the other ones, and we also need to start working on these. Yeah, sort of the framework. I think we want some glass side of those, like that, and this one stick out a little. So, and a soft brush. What color do we want to use for this? Probably quite reddish. Yeah, I think that works. I think we're just gonna sort of individually. Now they will stand out a little bit. Rather than just frameworks, wireframes, or call it. And we could probably do some more detailing on the buildings. So that will separate this one a little better from buildings. Go. We probably want a bunch of glass windows on this thing. Something like that. And that's right. And I think it will be good to add a bunch of lights to these later, so that come alive a little bit more. But I think, yeah, some nice progress. How long do we have? About 15 minutes. Oh, let's do some more progress. Maybe we should start to add some texture like that. Of course, we have a bunch of textures already, but yeah. Sure what this is, but I think we can make it. This area is still a bit confusing. Sure what's going on. And we also have to clean up this the sky here. Still some remnants of texture here and there. Let's see. Oh, we should have erased the texture there. Here. Can't go back now because we already merged the texture layer with the painting layer, or we just merged everything together already quite a while ago, so we can't really go back and erase that. Control tower. Not sure how I want to go about thing here. Not sure what I want to do with that yet. So we're gonna stay away from that for now and solve that problem next week. Just want this red to stay here. Yeah, why not? If I want it to stay, I probably need a little bit more of it. Parts as well. In the end, it's still a really rough painting. But yeah, it's there's a lot more going on now in the painting, and that's good. I think I'm gonna windows on this building. So interesting, like that. Yeah, works. And of course a bunch of random stuff on the roof. I think this brush is too thick for that. That's a little small. Probably have to do the same for this one. Can find some nice bright from the sky, and maybe a darker corner like that. Still clean looking now, so let's add to that a little bit of texture. Grab a somewhat darker color, quite a bit darker actually. That's okay. Go add some stuff here there. I'm not really sure what to do with this. I guess we're gonna add some layers of stuff like that. Kind of want to keep it all more or less the same in terms of architecture, or at least in terms of sort of technological look. Quite industrial, not too fancy and clean. There's a lot of industry going on here in this place. Sort of message that we want to send across with this piece. So yeah, about 10 minutes to go now. So yeah, but definitely not gonna finish it today. But next week on Monday we will continue, and then we will at least try to finish it, bring it up as a can. Yeah, still not sure what to do with the foreground here. This grass area, I don't really like it. Maybe I will just turn it into a square with people. Let's try that real quick. So what if I grab this all and just everything. Grab a huge brush. Turn it into something concrete type of stuff looking. And then we can sort of start to play with some nice lighting. Hopefully here and there. I mean, we can add some greens. There's probably some overgrown stuff here, but not too much. Yeah, my computer isn't happy about this, like me. It's mainly the brush. The brush, I think I have quite some settings on, and that makes. I think especially the dual brush setting is slowing it down, because I have almost the same amount of settings for this brush, except for the dual brush. So, and this one works fine. But yeah, I think this is probably better. A big change, not that big. And then we can try to add stuff like, for instance, did you know that there might be a streak of light coming through here? But what color do we make that streak of light? We want a little bit warmer in terms of color. We want it to be too extreme. I think it can be a little better, a little bit more red in it. And probably a little bit more color. But that means we'd have to change the sky as well. Could also go for a blue. It probably fits the theme a little bit better. We probably have to just create a massive shadow from this building. Of course we have to get the building selection. Might need soft brush for that. So sort of a dark bluish color, and then can use that dark bluish color here on here as well. And then there is some light shining here, coming from there, and that's gonna be somewhat lighter. Maybe like so. Bit too much maybe, no, but I think I like the industrial look better than the, yeah, it's a lot better. We just have to play around with the light and stuff like that. That's something we're gonna do next week. I think I have some perspective to fix, still some perspective to fix on this building, especially down here. I think up here it's quite okay, but down here this is still too high. We could change that by, for instance, do it like this, just cutting off a bit. So maybe that helps. I think it does actually, and it sort of sits better in the square now anyway, sort of floating there. This is maybe a little bit too lined, but we can always fix that, and then probably add some people, maybe some sort of a vehicle thingy. So yeah, it turned out quite a lot different than the initial sketch, but I think I like this a lot more. This is a lot more futuristic. It's quite dystopian, I think. So sort of we check it. This is sort of the initial sketch we had, and this is what we end up with. So yeah, that's quite a big change, but I like it. And then next week we will We will do the finishing touches. We will finish the details. Make it all look a little bit nicer. Add some people to the square. I'm really glad I decided to do that. And then yeah, maybe some vehicles in the sky and things like that. Just populate the painting with people, because now it looks abandoned and deserted, and we don't want it to look abandoned. We want to have people there. So yeah, can we paint? I think I can paint for a while longer, just a little bit. Try to sort of establish this in the world. I'm not sure I'm gonna blend how I'm gonna blend the greens. I think I need to. So I'm not sure if I want to keep this sort of streak of light. I think I want to, but I want to warm it up. Because we have sort of the yellowish color already, I think we can something with that, as in it's a little bit much, but let's do it on a new layer for safety. And probably want opacity down quite a bit. I think it works. A lot of layers now. Gonna get rid of them next week. Start sort of fresh. I'm gonna quickly sort of scribble in people and things like that. These are supposed to be. I know they don't look like that. But then we have an idea of how probably need to make the people a lot smaller, I guess, because this thing is huge. So I guess we'd have to make the people like this big, small. Call it. And then I don't know, maybe something in the sky here that's flying towards us. I don't. Some sort of a spaceship, maybe some birds, or I don't know, stuff like that. And we have to detail that, and then some lights. I think we can pull it off. So yeah, and some vehicles, of course. I think we can make the vehicles a little bit bigger. Maybe there is some train track thingy going on here. And then we have a big train here driving. And we can detail it later, the train. But spooling sort of in the station. And maybe we want some roads and connection going like that. Of that people can use to get around the town. But that's sort of the last details that we want. So because if we put those in, it's a lot more difficult to sort of work on the background. And I don't want to put those in right now. This is going to be some sort of train, I guess. Not sure if I want to keep this light, quite a light area. And we might, maybe there's a big sort of statue here. A lot of people around. And maybe a market. But then that's gonna be quite hard sort of to solve maybe. That's for something for next week. So yeah, there's gonna be a little bit more detail down here, and we're gonna populate it with a little bit more people. We're gonna see what we're gonna do with these light areas here, whether we're gonna keep them or get rid of them. I'm gonna put some stuff in the sky. I'm gonna put some lights on some people, stuff like that. Some more ways to transport down here, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So I hope you enjoyed it, the stream, and on Monday we will continue with this piece, and that will be the last stream for this piece. And after that, we will start something new. All right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I see you next time. Bye.